That's right. The ANC's Secretary General Ace Magashule confirming what many have known already since overnight, that the ANC's NEC calling that special meeting to decide to disband the Provincial Executive Committee and set up this provincial task team, effectively removing Supra Mahumapelo first as Northwest Premier a few months ago and now as chairperson of the party in the province. But you're right, we stressed with Ace Magashule what now happens to Supra Mahumapelo. Will he be part of that provincial task team? The ANC's NEC talking about a broad and inclusive provincial task team to bring unity back to the ANC in the province, and they're not ruling out the possibility that Supra Mahumapelo could still be part of that provincial task team. Ace Magashule saying that the ANC has invested so much in Supra Mahumapelo politically, and that he does still have a role to play within the organization, or he could be deployed elsewhere.
Practically, in political terms, explain to us, Lester, what the disbanding of this particular committee means.
It effectively means the unshackling of the so-called Premier League that we've seen for the last few years, with those strong provincial leaders like David Mabuza, Ace Magashule and Supra Mahumapelo now somewhat falling apart. David Mabuza now being brought into the fold as the Deputy President of the ANC as well as the Republic. Ace Magashule being brought into that unity top six of the ANC under Cyril Ramaphosa, and now Supra Mahumapelo now somewhat also falling on his sword. So it seems that Cyril Ramaphosa slowly but surely regaining or gaining traction and control over the ANC after that very divided elective conference in December last year. But there still is some room, and we're hearing many people say that Supra Mahumapelo could still play a backroom role in sort of factional infighting within the ANC, particularly in the Northwest. But Ace Magashule says it's all about unity. It's all about preparing the party for a very bruising and grueling election battle expected for the 2019 polls. They're quite concerned what the troubles that the Northwest province has been experiencing over the last few months, with that province being put under administration, what that could mean for the elections and what that could leave voters to decide. If we can remember that the provincial administrative team saying it will take up to 18 months for the Northwest province to get back on its feet. So the ANC saying that they would want unity, they would want to strengthen that province, the party in that province, so that they can put up an effective election campaign in the Northwest province for 2019.
Lester, given that Supra Mahumapelo is well entrenched in the province, he has much support in certain quarters, what then is the ANC's strategy in achieving that pre-election unity that it is so desperate to achieve?
Well, they've put up Job Mokgoro as the convener of the provincial task team. He was the man who replaced Supra Mahumapelo as Northwest Premier several months ago. He's seen as a very strong technocrat who seems to get the job done. And I think this is what the ANC and the national government is trying to do to get the Northwest province back on its feet. They're saying that the provincial task team will include a broad and unifying presence within the province, so that they could find a case for unity. It's far too late for the party to have an elective conference in the province to elect a new provincial executive committee. But for now, they're going to have to stick with that provincial task team, who will have to fight the battle in that province over the elections. But they're saying that Job Mokgoro could be the man to bring everyone everyone together in that province. They're saying they want an inclusive, unifying provincial task team, and they say that it's all about concern about possibly losing the Northwest Province in the 2019 general elections.
Lester, just finally, this could not have come as a surprise to Supra Mahumapelo. I suppose it's too early to have heard from him and what his next move might be.
That's right. As I said, there has been still talk that Supra Mahumapelo could still be a background character in Northwest politics. But Ace Magashule is saying that Supra Mahumapelo was in Cape Town last night for that special NEC meeting. He was part of that discussion, and Ace Magashule is saying, as a disciplined cadre of the ANC, added his input to that meeting yesterday and respected the decision of the NEC to disband the Northern Cape Provincial Executive Committee and essentially leave Supra Mahumapelo without any political control in that province. But politics, they say a week is a long time in politics, so a lot can happen between now and next year's general elections, expected to be between April and May 2019.